shield. Reloading. Recharging shield.
I've done damage to them. I've sent them back down the hole.
1
But
minute and the ring's a stone's throw. Even if you throw like a baby. "45 seconds until the ring closes.
Yeah, down.
If it takes you out,
Sure.
that's natural selection."
Oh!
Expect two of us.
Watch out, because I need to heal, but their friend went up the zip.
Shield up. Not far from the ring.
Absolutely stitched them up
Nice.
there. Aye.
She's been shot by another team. Pull back.
Cut up. It's Gambit, is it?
Taking fire. Taking contact with enemy.
Oh! Good old.
Hit a lot of people.
Good. Oh no, never mind, they're right here. Great shooting,
One down.
dude.
Reloading.
Oh man, so close. After you finished it,
Bolt here.
let you just tromp around the map and pick up all the stuff you didn't do. So,
They
like, it'd be
seem-
weird for this game not to do that.
Yeah, it's just kind of become how these games work now, right? Any game with,
Yeah.
with a sort of an open world just kind of has the
Care package.
the generosity to
Yeah.
just be like, yeah, just because everyone hates going like, because it, you know, it used to be how these games were. Like the moment of like, oh, I can't do that now. Great,
Yeah.
I have accidentally fucked myself or something. And like, that's not good game design.
Yeah. I do, like, I need to stop myself thinking about it quite in depth, because I might spoil it for myself by thinking too much about the story. Like, that's a weird way to put it, but it's like,
I have no idea how to use that shield.
fun. But just like with my narrative head on, I'm already thinking, oh, you know, like, and my game design head on.
Yeah,
I'm kind of thinking,
you're linking these, and because it's
yeah,
a good, like a well-written narrative and a well-designed game, like any good thoughts you have about design are probably applicable.
well, yeah, and again, it's a shame I can't talk to you about it in more detail, but like, it definitely feels a little bit like I've gone, right, well, in order for this game to do the things that I'm pretty sure we need to run.
None of
But
these
yeah, in
lines
order
are
for
helpful.
this game to do
Oh, this
the
one is.
things that I know it wants, like I know it will probably do,
Zip rail near me.
there are certain possibilities of what could happen at the end game, and certain things that couldn't happen if the game was mechanically needing to do that.
Interesting.
And yeah, like, let me think of an analogy.
I put in too much.
Red Dead 2 is a good example, right? No, and by Red Dead 2 I mean Red Dead Redemption. Not Red Dead Redemption 2.
That is Red Dead 2, yeah.
Yep. I'm glad I saved that, because I definitely didn't just say the wrong one. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption is an open world game, right? That after beating the game, you can still do all the stuff in. But you finished Red Dead Redemption, right?
I'm not, but I am aware of where it puts you and all that.
Okay, so the main character that you've been playing the whole game dies at the end of that game.
Yeah.
And in the open world part of it, you just play as his son.
Which is really good.
A really elegant way of doing it, right?
Yeah.
But if you
Just a rogue
Mate,
legacy
like-
of its day.
but as you got to the end of that game, and you were like, oh, well, this is a Western tragedy, isn't it? He's going to die in a shootout at the end. But how the hell are they going to do that in a open world game? And then you come across his family and start doing all those missions. It was really easy to go, oh, well, this is how they're going to make it a tragedy. you know, and like put the pieces together.
Yeah.
And so that's the kind of thing that's happening with me. I would very much like to be proven wrong.
Yeah, there's an advantage films have against this, is that they're essentially just
Yeah, when a
moving-
film's done, it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you're there for a couple of hours, and you're not really got the chance to ponder it after each chapter.
Oh, well, that wasn't even what I meant. What I meant is, there's no restriction on what you can do at the end of a movie.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because you have to
Right.
make the movie watchable after it's the finish.
Yeah, exactly. You hit the credits, and I mean, I think Marvel movies are the exception, right? Because they need to set up sequels, and that's long. Oh, there's some here too.
Death box here.
120. Yeah, 100.
162. I can see it's on the.
Oh,
copy.
you can. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I didn't realise that happened.
Why can't I do the thing?
Maybe because you've already.
Oh, I was
Done
holding
it.
it. You have to tap. No limited tap.
Ah, there you go. Oh, but you mark your death boxes? I didn't realise that happened.
Pinpointed the attack.
That guy's still. Whoever killed that guy's still alive.
Yeah.
The next
Yeah, so obviously Marvel,
get caught outside of it.
it's an old comic book
Don't let them escape.
problem, right?
Oh, they're
Like,
miles away.
you've got to keep the story going.
Replicate
Yeah,
pushing
yeah.
down.
So,
Marvel stories don't really end because they're in one big world, right?
well, and I think it's, you know, it's happening with the MCU now, and people are starting, I think, to have the same fatigue of, oh, well, there's nothing of there's no consequences anymore, right?
Well, I don't think that's true in the movies because they have a neat advantage that the comics don't have, is that actors move on.
Yes and no, right? So, like, I agree, but also they kind of shot their shot with Infinity War and then brought everyone back in Endgame. So, like, now they can do time travel and multiverse and variants.
The comic book,
Right.
Yeah, happy kicking it. Yeah, this.
Yeah, exactly.
Dead,
It's just-
but
Yeah, whoop, just someone shot at me from over there. That's a long way
we're
away.
not in the ring. Let's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, you know, at the end of Infinity War, you thought those characters were dead. And obviously some of them were. But at the end of Multiverse of Madness, you're like, well, you can do fucking anything then.
Yeah.
Right?
It's true.
Because
That's- yeah,
they
it's
went
very true.
back in time and resurrected everybody that they could, and, you know, and then they just threw away Professor X and Mr. Fantastic and Black Bolt and all of that for, you know, shock value and a laugh. But it was in a different
We're close to
universe,
the ring.
you know, and they've done all that stuff with Loki, and it's just all like, well, like, it was a cool moment, but you weren't like, oh shit, that means they're never going to do the X-Men, right?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
You know, and again, you know, and it's Patrick Stewart again, right? Who has said he'd never do it, and yeah.
Yeah, it's
But-
definitely a thing, right, in the comics.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's the problem of having a narrative game that is more than just a narrative game. You know, is you're constrained by that stuff. But if they do what I think they're going to do with God of War, with those kind of constraints, it'll be really interesting and really cool.
Oh, okay.
And I really hope that they do what I think they might do with the next one.
Do you reckon that'll be one?
I think there'll be one, and the reason I think that is there is a collectible set in this game,
We're already in
which
the
is
next ring.
artifacts from other lands.
While we wait.
Oh,
and
okay.
Loads of them are this Greek lyre, and there's a nice thing where Kratos,
a map
where,
of
like,
Arkham City is one of them. Yeah.
well, so there's this really neat thing where, like, they find this lyre, and one of the characters is like, "Oh, can you play?" And he's like, "Yes." He's like, "Play something for us." No. Like, Kratos does that kind of that stuff really, really well. Like, Chris Judge is
He's
like, there's a reason he's won loads of awards.
Capture some materials.
But the one that I just picked up is an Ankh from the banks of the River Nile.
Oh.
And they like have this whole thing. It's about like, oh, this is from the River Kingdom. Oh, I've never been. It's interesting. You know,
Fertile ground. Yeah.
ba-bum.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Wow, did you not intend that?
No.
That's amazing. Ah.
Backpack here.
Completely
Level 2.
unintentional. Or top 10,
Yeah,
probably.
and again, if my assumption about the narrative at the end of this is correct, then there's some really cool stuff they could do with Egypt. So yeah,
Yeah,
and
I was
they'd be
surprised
able
he
to
said
get
it
a load
was
of.
only 2 games, really, because it's just not how
Well,
most games work. And I suppose it might be his like crowbar.
I think what they said is this story was always intended as 2 games.
Oh, that doesn't mean this series is
Right.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know the exact wording of it, but I think it was taken to mean it's 2 games and done. But I think what it was actually is this isn't a sequel for no reason. This is a genuine continuation of the story. This is part 2, not
And the next one
Electric
is,
Boogaloo.
Yeah, an actual next
Yeah.
one. Yeah. that's
Oh,
just-
people on the rail. Oh, I think there's a bloodhound up there.
Yeah, I just heard a bow
Yeah, there's definitely gunfire up here.
up there. I want to say.
Target spotted far off.
Okay.
Right here. Putting lead down
He got a knock.
Oh, nice, cheeky knock.
Come on in. Old Painless is waiting.
I mean, oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay, that other team has killed him. No, I didn't. So there is a team that they were fighting somewhere. They killed the other guy. They're rezzing by me.
Oh yeah.
Cracked an enemy's shield.
Got him.
Reloading.
2 squads stand between us.
I'm just in your wake here.
There's a 404 shield there that you'll need to.
Leader would be more
regen.
impressive.
I've got this beacon.
Oh, I've got a beacon as well. I'll take the heat shields out of that box then.
Sure. So it's Phoenix Spirit. How many shield items have I got?
Oh, there's only one other squad.
Remains.
Oh wow, okay, they went down
Prove
quick.
your worth. New kill leader.
Well, we just killed 2 teams, right? And so they only need to kill 1. We should
We?
see what's in there.
I think you killed 2 teams. I witnessed
I
it.
mean, I third-partied 2 teams. I mean, let's be honest.
Optics here. Mid-range. Makes your platform more versatile.
Let's stick this in my pocket and then drop
Oh,
it.
it's a hemlock if you want it.
I've got 30. I'll take the scope.
Where do we go tactically?
I don't know.
I feel like this building is probably it, right?
We're inside the ring. One less thing
Yeah.
to worry about.
Because
But
they're going
that's
to
a
come in on
different
the
care
rail.
package, isn't it?
They usually
It
carry
is,
low
yeah.
platforms.
Close this door. So far, I believe they might have been yours.
I just came up here and opened the door and nothing else. I think they'll come through on that rail, but can't be sure.
Depends if they know where we are. This is going to be tremendous bait. You check that side, I'll check this side.
Yeah. Because we didn't hear that fight where they won, did we?
No.
So I was assuming that it was off to the west, but
We're inside the ring. Got the positional advantage.
Could have been either.
yeah, it could be anything.
There's a beacon here too, which is good. Oh, yep, they're down there somewhere.
Enemy far off.
Oh, are they looting?
Just heard a bin. Ah, yeah, there we go.
Enemy on me. Enemy shield cracked. Time to buy.
Is she dead or? No, not quite.
Reloading.
Red shield.
Star out.
Good trapping.
Oh,
I think the other one's a Revenant, right?
Shields are
Revenant and Ash.
Take fire. Oscar Mike.
Let's get indoors.
Who's nearby? One
Yeah,
minute till
'cause-
close.
she put a ramp.
That snipe with Rampart, yeah.
It does mean that one of them has a sniper rifle, which you can definitely turn it.
I think it's the Revenant that has a sniper, yeah.
She's definitely got a Sheila, yeah.
I don't have ranged, I've got my Devotion and Evo.
Well, they might well close in on us if I'm shooting with a marksman gun anyway.
Oh, I've fallen off. Bollocks. I'm gonna head round here anyway. I've got my ult.
Ready. On my mark.
Oh, they're shooting at me. Alright, my ult's going in on them.
Painless.
Enemy far off.
obviously we know where the rampart is, but I don't have eyes on the other guy.
No, neither do I.
I could teleport us up there.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Purple laser sight, heat shield, RE45.
Okay.
So unless you want to do pistols. Let me get back to you, and then... It's going to take me a sec to get there.
Hey, boots up there, both up there.
Alright. I'm ready to follow when you are. We've got the ring closing in.
Recharging shields.
I've got my heat shields if you want to use them.
We're right out on this corner. Okay. Come on, give me a right angle. You fuck. Ah, I fell down. Okay.
Phase tear ready.
Oh, what? It fucking moved last second. Well, we're below him anyway, which is good.
Sucks.
Throwing frag.
I don't have a turbocharger.
Round 5. Beginning ring countdown.
We don't want to fight him here. We want to wait until the ring happens and then draw him out, right?
Still here, there's Sheila, and their rampart's going down. Drop down.
Got materials.
That's the Sheila. She's going to be slow cornering with that.
1 minute. Rings nearby.
Somewhere there.
Enemy at that location.
Yeah.
Somewhere here.
Enemy here.
I think they're just directly above us, right? Oh, they're on the pipes.
Next door.
That's what they do.
45.
Okay, so we've got to go out that door. Which they should know, right?
3-0. Rings close.
Oh, I can see him.
Make a run for it.
This jump pad here might be useful.
I don't think we want to use that, but it's there. Oh, they're over here.
Tango spotted. Danger close.
There they are.
Throwing frag.
It's Newcastle.
Ah, okay.
Target over there. Taking fire. Cracked an enemy shield.
That's the rampart, mostly dead.
My shields are recharged. Good work. Well done.
They will be bound.
Red armor on the rampart.
Double time.
Knocked her.
Excellent.
Recharging.
He's coming in.
shields. Target here. Enemy on me.
Reloading.
Just here.
Target close.
Coming to you now.
Target here.
Whoa! Oh.
We ended the kill leader's reign.
There's a kill leader as well.
I've killed a couple kill leaders this game. Man, we're going to have my whole God of War spoiler chat in there. Sorry about that, anyone who was worried about God of War spoilers.
As long as you said it before the source screen, that's fine. Also, I don't think they